So the first thing you should look at while you're learning this piece is the time signature. If you'll notice at the beginning of the piece, it's written 6/8 time, and that means that there are 6/8 notes in every measure, 2 beats grouped into groups of 3/8 notes each. So as you're playing this piece, it's really helpful to think in groups of 3/8 notes all the time. For example, if you were to sing it, using numbers signifying the 3/8 notes, it would sound a little bit like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if you're thinking these groups of 3 as you're playing this, it will help you to not be late after the tie with the dotted quarter note when you come off of these long notes. And it helps you also to maintain the flow of the piece as you're playing it and maintain good rhythm. One of the most important aspects of good legato playing on the trombone is maintaining good airflow as we play our phrases. What that means is that we're not stopping the air or slowing the air down while we change notes in a phrase or move our slide. A good way to work on this is to take the tongue out entirely and play the etude down top to bottom, just blowing and not worrying about any glissandi or smearing noises that can come out of your trombone. You're just worried, concentrating on keeping the air going straight forward all the way to the last note of every phrase. Okay? I'm going to play the first 2 phrases of this piece to show you what that would sound like. Now, perhaps after a week of doing this, or 2 weeks, however long it takes for you to feel comfortable just blowing through every phrase and not altering the way you're blowing for the notes. Don't articulate with the air. Then you would add the tongue back in, and all you would do is really just say a light da syllable as we play, and try and tongue when you move the slide. Every time the slide moves, tongue. All right? The tongue actually just covers the movement of the slide, and that's how we make that legato sound. Right? But what's really important is you just blow the same way that you were when you weren't using the tongue. But this time we'll use the tongue. Here are the same two phrases. Now with tongue. One difficult aspect of this piece is maintaining good breath control. In an ideal world, we would take one breath for every phrase of music that we play. For the most part, in this piece, that's very possible. So a phrase is every note that we find underneath the slur marking. There's only a few phrases. You may have noticed in my demonstration video that, yeah, I did take an extra breath and maybe 2 or 3 phrases near the end, because they were a little bit longer, and just to make good phrasing, I found I needed a little bit more air. But in general, try and take one breath at the beginning of each slur, and then take another breath to make it through the next slur. You'll have to take very big breaths in between. And one way to train yourself is to give yourself a little extra time between phrases when you're practicing, just to take that very big breath. And then try to shorten that time and play it in real time later. So, for example, here's the first 2 phrases again. So, I'll take a very big breath. And take a little break. And so you have the time to take another big breath. So we're adding time in between each phrase on purpose, so we give our body the time to take a big breath to make it through every single phrase. Now, once you feel comfortable making it through your phrases, then try and get the same breath in real time as you play. So don't get too used to playing, adding this time, extra time in between phrases as we practice. It's always a good idea when we are playing lyrical pieces like this Concone that we sing and buzz the etude. Okay, so if you have trouble singing on pitch, what I would suggest is go back to the demonstration video, play the video, and sing along. And as an extra kind of bonus, you can mime your slide as you sing. So sing along as I play, trying to match the pitch exactly match the pitch that you hear from the trombone with your voice. And at the same time, mime what you hear, right? Mime the slide as you sing. So it should sound like a little bit like this. Da, 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 da. I don't have a very lovely voice, but you'll get the idea. If you can do it with solfege syllables, it's even better. All right? You can also do the exact same thing with the mouthpiece. Right? I would encourage you in the beginning to not use your tongue, just like we did when we were playing the piece and learning to manage our airflow. Don't use your tongue as you buzz. And buzz along with the video. It will help keep you on pitch. It's very important. Yeah? Later, if you do want to add the tongue, just remember to keep the airflow going as we use the tongue, just like we were doing when we were practicing on the trombone. So it's ideal if you're able to sing this entire piece on pitch and then also buzz the entire piece on pitch. It will help your performance immensely. All right, well, good luck on all your preparations, and we'll see you in the next video. That's it for this video. If you found this video helpful, please consider clicking on that like button and subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching!